Well, hi there. My name is Drew, and if we haven't met before, welcome to ReadyBudgetGo. If it's not your first time visiting my channel, welcome back. I'm glad you're here either way. It's the end of the month, and that's usually when I introduce new products into my Etsy shop, and this month is no different. I've got some that are reconfigures of existing products, I've got some restocks, and I've got a brand new savings game I can't wait to show you. Let's start first with the restock item. Now, this item never actually went out of stock, but I want to talk about it because supplies will be limited. So this is rainbow dice, and this is a 4x6 challenge. You get 7 cards, including a dashboard that is double-sided. Well, all of these are double-sided, but the dashboard especially can be used either vertically or horizontally. There we go. Depending on which way you want to orient it in your envelope. And then in addition to the dashboard, you have the 6 game cards here, one of which is stuck. Let me pull this out of the envelope. There we go. So you have a purple, a blue, a green, a yellow, an orange, and a red. Now you'll see on this side, they have different die denominations on them. So we've got D3, D4, D6, D8, D10, and D12. The other side is identical, except it doesn't have those markers on it. So if you are just using D6s or just D4s or just D whatevers, you can do that on this side. But one of the things about this challenge in particular is that you can get this set of translucent dice along with it. So you get the ones that match the colors on the cards. So you get a purple D3, a blue D4, a green D6, a yellow D8, an orange D10, and a red D12. All translucent here. But I have to tell you, I cannot get any more of the purple D3s. And so I might be able to replace them with a different kind of purple D3, like one that's 6 sides but is a D3. But I don't know that for sure. So the dice are while supplies last. I have plenty for now. I did restock these because a lot of folks don't get them with the dice. They just want the cards to use with the regular D6 rainbow dice, and that's totally valid. You can get these with those as well. But I just thought I would mention that while I am restocking the cards, I can't get any more of the purple D3s that look like this. So if you want this dice set, now is the time to go and grab it. Okay, so let me set these aside, and let me tell you about the next product. The next product is also one that is being reintroduced, and that is the 12 face cards. Now I will show you the original, which is this set, and the new one, which is this set. So you can see, and I apologize for the glare, but you can see that the new set is quite a bit smaller. So this is about 4.5 by 7. So this will fit in an A5 envelope, but it will take up the entire envelope. This is 4 by 6 here, so this is smaller. And the amounts are also different. So on these cards, the amounts are 3 through 15. And you have that on, oops, let me just go here. You have that on each of these cards, and they're quite large in their form factor, and these are the amounts because none of these are stickered. They can be, if you want to do them, but I am going to be moving this listing from from Etsy over to Ko-fi. So if you want this set, it will come without stickers, but you can sticker it yourself. Go over to Ko-fi and grab them, because once they're gone, and I have fewer than 10 sets left. The new set uses numbers that are, I believe they're 5 through 12. Yeah, 5 through 12. So you don't have the smaller numbers anymore, but you also don't have the 15s. So I've narrowed that. And I've also changed the amount that each card saves. So these, I think, were 112 per card. And the new one is 100 per card. So it saves a bit less. Or no, I'm sorry, these save 103 per card. So 1,236 altogether, because there's one for each of the 12 face cards. And these save $100 each for a total of $1,200. So a little bit different. Now, these are available on Etsy, and they are either stickered or non-stickered. So if you want the non-stickered ones, they will be a little bit less. This one is stickered, so I can show it to you. I will tell you that the mileage will vary on what kind of stickers you will get, because I have all different kinds of these small stickers that I'm using. So, and I have some that are mixed sets. Those will be available on Ko-fi at some point. But again, a double-sided dashboard, so you have it horizontal or vertical, whichever you want. Then you have 3 face cards for each suit. You can use a deck of cards to decide which one you're going to work on. You can work through them in order. You can roll a d12 die. They're all numbered. And on the front, you have the card and you have the 12 scratch-off spots or the numbered spots. And then on the back, you have a description of who that who this image is supposed to represent. So if we look at, for example, let's see, what's a good one here? Charlemagne. Okay, so Holy Roman Emperor. We have, this is a knight who served alongside, or fought alongside Joan of Arc. We have Julius Caesar. We have Alexander the Great, Sir Lancelot, all kinds of people from history, mythology, and the Bible. One other difference is that these are glossy coated. So if you are getting them without the numbers on them, you can mark them off and erase it and use them again and again and again if you so desire. The old ones here are matte coated, and even though I love the finish on them, they are a one and done if you're just marking off spots, unless you do it creatively, like you mark through this way the first time through and this way the second time through, or the third time through you color them in, however. But they're not erasable in any event. Speaking of erasable, well, I've got these. Let me talk about another item. This isn't something that I'm selling in my Etsy shop, but I am including it with certain orders. So this is essentially a tester card. So this has the same finish. Oops, as I get my fingers stuck on an envelope. This has the same finish as these cards. So you can use this to test your markers to see if they will erase or not. So this is a dry erase marker, and I'm just making a mark there. Now I'm using the eraser, and it's gone. So if you need to test, use this so you don't risk ruining your savings challenge. And if you don't need this, or once you're done with it, there is a placeholder on the other side. So a placeholder for your cash envelopes and a tester for your markers. Okay, so let me set all of this aside. And this isn't, like I say, I'm not selling this on Etsy. I will just include this with anything that includes a glossy coat. Okay. Let's see. Okay, one other thing before I talk about the new savings challenge. So these are my A5 envelope trackers. These have proven very popular. I did run out of stock, so I am now bringing them back. But these are slightly different. These are a little bit smaller. And the reason is so that they are better able to be inserted and removed from envelopes. So I will show you what I mean. So this is the current size, and it takes up the entire envelope in an A5. And with a non-zipper envelope, you can get it out and back in relatively easy, but it is significantly more complicated with a zipper envelope. So what I did is I shaved off about 1/4 of an inch, and I will just show you here. So 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/3 of an inch, maybe 1/2 an inch. But at any rate, it's much easier to go in and out of the envelope, as shown here. So it just slides right in, and you're good to go. Same width. There is one less line here. So this one had 18 lines, this has 17. But another distinction is that the old one is single-sided, the new one is double-sided. Now, these do not come corner rounded. I corner round mine because I like round corners, but you can always corner round yours if you like. These come in packs of 25, and I will have that listing up on Etsy for the new size only. I don't have, well, I do have one more pack of the old size, but I think I'm just going to use them. One other thing, too, is that I made my logo smaller because that came out much bigger than I thought it was going to be. So the new ones have smaller logo, one fewer line, 17 instead of 18, and they're double-sided. So a total of 34 lines on each envelope tracker. They come in packs of 25. Okay. So let's set these aside, and now let's talk about the main event here, which is the new challenge called Swipe and Save. So this is, as you can see, a credit card themed challenge, and I am going to take these out. There are 10 cards in total. 7 of them are game cards, and 3 of them are instruction cards. So let's see which way these are. Okay, those are the game cards. So these are the instruction cards. There are 3 different ways that you can play. And this will make sense as I start talking about the cards. Okay, so let me switch these. So what we have here are 7 different essentially credit cards. We have a store card, a blue card, a jade card, a gold card, a diamond card, a platinum card, and a black card. So each of these, and the backs are all the same on all of them, even these, it's all the same. So on this one, you start with the store card. Let me get these back in order here. There we go. And your goal here, you can see it says D3. So you have to score at least 5 in 3 rolls for approval. So you roll a D3 3 times, and you save as you go, right? So let's say, actually, let's use the dice. So these are available just by themselves or with dice that match the color of the cards. So let me dump all these out. So we're starting with red, and that will be a D3. So we would roll this 3 times, and I'm going to use a dry erase. This is glossy coated, so it's reusable. So we've got a 3, which means we already advance because these has to be at least 1, so that would score us 5, but let's keep going. 3. And 1. So we would save a total of $7, and then we would move on to the D4. So we're setting aside the D1 or the D3. We're getting the D4. The color of the die matches the color of the card, right? So D4, it's blue. So we're going to roll the D4, and now we have to score 9 in 4 rolls. So we've got a 2, another 2, a 4. Okay, so we automatically advance. So we're already at 8. And another 4. So we would save $4, $8, $10, $12, and then we would move on to the jade card, D6. We set that aside, we get out the D6, and we start rolling. Now we have to score at least 19 in 6 rolls for approval. Approval means you move on to the next card. You're approved for that card, and you can try for a higher value. So let me erase these real quick, and I'll talk about the rules variations. Again, I'm using dry erase, so it just wipes right off. You can also use wet erase. If you use a Sharpie or another permanent marker, these will become permanent. It's difficult to remove, and if you use alcohol on them, that will eat through the coating, so you want to make sure you're using an erasable marker. Okay, so the 3 different versions of how to play. Let's start with the basic version. For each card, you must roll the total specified and the number of rolls allotted using the die shown on the card. Save the amount of each roll as you go. So that's what we did. If successful, move up 1 tier, so moving from red to blue to green to gold and so on. If unsuccessful, wipe the card clean and try again. So that means if you get up to, let's say we're on the diamond card, so now we're rolling a D10. So here's our D10. And we have to roll at least 50, we have to score at least 55 in 10 rolls for approval. If we do that, then we can move on to the platinum card. If we don't do that, we wipe it off and we start over on this card. The advanced rules are the same, except, so the difference is always down here at the bottom. If you're unsuccessful, wipe the card clean and move down 1 tier if available. So if you're on the red tier, you can't move down from there, you just start over with the red tier. But if you are all the way up on the platinum card and you don't make it, then you have to wipe that off and go back to the diamond card and start over on the diamond card and earn your way back to the platinum card. Okay, that's the advanced version. The killer version, if you're unsuccessful, you wipe the card clean and you go back all the way to the store card. So you're on this black card where you're rolling a D20. If you don't score 220 in 20 rolls, if you end up at 219, 218, 210, whatever, you wipe this off and everything else and you're back to the scorecard. You go all the way back to the bottom. And you keep going until you've achieved perfect credit, meaning that you have conquered the black card, and then that is the end of the game. So I thought that was kind of an interesting take on, credit cards in general, and most of us have dealt with debt at some point in our lives. I know I have multiple times, and so I thought it was just kind of a fun idea. So, available with or without the dice. Again, the dice correspond to the cards. So let's go through these. These are the instruction cards. So we've got a D3 for red. So this is just 1, 2, and it's a D6, but it's 6-sided die, but it only has 1, 2, and 3 on it. We have the D4 for the blue card. We have the D6 for the green card, the green D6. We have this lovely gold D8 for the gold card. We have this frosty D10 for the diamond card. We have this stony looking, metallic looking platinum card, D12 for the platinum card. And then we have this smoky, semi-translucent D20 for the black card. So, like I say, with or without the dice, they're available, and they will be available on my Etsy shop. You get all 7 of these cards, plus the 3 instruction cards, which you can also use as a dashboard. And that is all that I have to share with you this week. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you all of you who support me over in my Etsy shop. All of these items are available now. If you want to head on over there, the links will be down in the description. And I've also put links throughout the video for each of the different products. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and until I see you in the next one, take care.